Hey everybody, happy summertime. Mark McNutt here, and we're going to be talking about the astrological transits in the here and now for July 2026 through the lens of the Astrowizard. What a crazy, phenomenal time we're in right now. Of course, we had the big picture with the that's been going on for a while. Theme of the Uranus, the unforeseen changes and upheavals and so forth, and things not being as planned. Uh, Dancing with the transformation of Pluto in Aquarius and all that. And so these are going on. They're going on in the background. They continue to go on. They haven't gone away. If you haven't noticed, things are still pretty unreliable. Except for the element of change is very reliable. Things are changing a lot right now. So there's a lot of fire and air in the air, and in the cosmos right now as seen from the Earth. And normally, what I'd like to do is just jump into that, but everyone also we want to acknowledge our good friend Mercury retrograde, which is going on right now as well. So. I love Mercury retrograde because I was born under it. 20% of the people on the planet are born under Mercury retrograde, and we handle it a lot better. But people who really want to be linear right now, it's a tough go. Anytime that Mercury is retrograde, which it is from June 30th till about July 23rd in Cancer. It's actually in Cancer for 2 months. So. So that's that, and the sun in Cancer. That's your water element, and then as I speak here today on July 3rd, there is no Earth anywhere to be seen for another week. Venus will be entering Virgo on the 10th, and the Moon going into Taurus on the 10th as well. Right there at the country fair where you can find me at booth 630. Um, but but basically, it's all about fire and air right now. So with no Earth now, along with Mercury retrograde, people have a hard time with no Earth. They kind of feel like the energy is spacey and ungrounded. That's all true, but the thing about a lack of Earth is it's kind of a lack of being locked in. So if you have a lot of Earth going on, basically it's really good to have a plan, to have grounding, and to move methodically through things. So this is the opposite of what's going on now. What's going on now is the fire, the air creating more fire, and the fire creating blowing the air around. Basically, you're having Pluto in Aquarius. You're having Mars in Gemini, Uranus in Gemini, and they're moving into a conjunction right now as we speak. So I would be, unless you're like living in a cave somewhere, I would be really surprised if you weren't in the overwhelm of the whirlwind of what's going on right now, because this week, first week in July, is really going to whip things around. The Uranus in trine with Pluto goes on all year pretty much, not going away. But right now, Mars is conjunct Uranus as well. Mars is about taking action. Mars is in Gemini right now. It's very dualistic. It's almost like probably every one of you out there probably needs to take action and make decisions on multiple things right now. In other words, we're not given the luxury of having a unified field where it's like, okay, you just methodically go from this thing to this thing to this thing. The energy is extremely different than that right now. So those of us who really enjoy chaos and who enjoy transformation and are fascinated with watching systems break down and transform and get dissolved and get regurgitated into something else, well, you're doing great right now. But if you want to rely on logic, if you want to rely on reliability, it's just not in the cards right now. So take advantage of this magical, stimulated time because Mars conjunct Uranus is just going on for this week, and that's kind of an overamped kind of energy, yeah. And it can like at this point you can probably be a little bit accident prone and wanting to take risks and chances and things like that, and that's all well and good if the odds are in your favor, so to speak. Which if the astrological environment of early Gemini, early Aquarius, and so forth is beneficial to you, then it is a time to move forward. For a lot of us, it can be more challenging, though, particularly if we again want to be methodical or want to be reasonable about things. Saturn's in the middle of Aries. As I mentioned, no, I didn't mention yet. Venus is in Leo, and so is Jupiter entering Leo just right now. So Venus in Leo, fun and games, great summertime energy, party, very social, very very expansive, and all that. Meanwhile, Jupiter spends about a year per sign, and Jupiter's been in Cancer. It's been like the outlier because all of 2026 so far, what we've had is a lot of energy towards this Pluto Uranus kind of spin that's so chaotic and all that. But Jupiter's just been lying there in Cancer and usually not aspecting a lot of other planets right now. And now Jupiter has, at the end of June, the very end of June, just right now as I speak, Jupiter is entering Leo for the next year. And that's really exciting. Jupiter is how we expand and grow and broaden our horizons and all that. And so in a keyword, opportunity. Opportunity for expansion, for love, for dramatic change. It's all going on right now. And within a few days, Jupiter will be opposite Pluto, and opposition is not oppression, it is like a ping-pong kind of effect. And Jupiter opposition Pluto is really going to move the needle with a lot of transformation on this planet and all that. And so this is an opportune time. If you can seize the moment, if you can jump on it right now, that's great. But the hardest thing right now would be to control the energy, or to be. It's like the herding cats thing, and as you know, I'm a professional cat herder, so the same kind of thing. If I want the cat to sit in my lap, it's not going to sit in my lap right now, but it's going to want to be playful. So that's the environment right now. I see all my environments through my cats, as you might know. And you can see the entire universe through that, but it reflects the story pattern as well. So Mars conjunct Uranus, a lot of transformation in the air, a lot of motivation for change, and that's all trine Pluto. Then we have Jupiter moving into Leo, and Jupiter is the opportunities coming in for love, for relationship, for creative, spontaneous environments coming up, and that's really an exciting aspect. And then Venus has been in Leo, and Venus is going to go into mellow, grounded Virgo on Friday the 10th, and we'll have Venus in Virgo for a month. Meanwhile, Mercury continues to be in Cancer until early August, and retrograde until the sun goes into Leo on the 23rd. So not a lot of, no earth, little bit of water, just enough to keep the ground watered a little bit, and lots of fire and air. So if you are a fire or air person, and in fact if your planets are in the earlier degrees of fire and air, what I mean is like the first, say, 10 degrees or whatever, this is your power time. This is a time for, a really powerful movement. Nothing is lasting right now. and nothing is guaranteed, and and so so I know since Mercury is retrograde, I shouldn't blither on and on, but it's short and sweet. I am going to be at the Oregon Country Fair as always. The Oregon Country Fair is its own event. It's an amazing thing. It's not like anything else on the planet, and I have had the honor of having a booth there since 1979, and so I'll be meeting clients for doing short readings at booth 630 on Shady Lane this upcoming weekend, just as that moon goes into Taurus, and just at that July 10th time when you can start thinking about making plans again right now. In the meantime, for all the rest of you, let the wheels spin, but let them spin forward. Not just spin around in circles, but like a wheel. Picture yourself as a wheel driving forward, and you'll do just fine. But if you need any guidance and help along the way from an astrological perspective, I'm happy to lend my lens to you. And so, wishing you well this summer and in the coming month.